Well, I got the 3, 2, 1 ready to go. And so here we go, folks. Let's strap in, and looks like we got some work to do. My name is Ramblin' Randy. I'm down here in the southern perimeter, guarding the southern perimeter in the deep piney woods of East Texas. Might want to do a little bit of research. Research in the future can possibly line your pockets with a lot of value. We're looking for researchers. Sub Rosa Research Society is what we kind of like. Get off of this conspiracy deal. We are a group of researchers. Sub Rosa, meaning below the rose, private research group. It's what I'm compiling. An army of people's eyes and ears. And we will be as formidable as the one George Soros when we have strong numbers. We can support the silent majority. We are the Silent Supporters Society, Friends of Paul Revere, and Us We Trust News, and many, many, many other sites that will lead into All Roads Lead to Rome. And you can be able to see here is the Rabbit Hole Herald. And so my claim to, or my contribution is going to be in introducing people to our Patriot platform, if you will, where we come after gathering news and information or to make comments on powerful influencers out there that are trying to get us the truth. That's what we're doing here at the Rabbit Hole Herald. And we will be relaunching. We were already up, running, and come to find out that my programmer, where we had this hosted on, there's many people that can tell you this story that are on this very call. They're familiar with this. He turned out to be, I suppose, a BLM Antifa one. Told us to get our stuff off of his damn server, which I'd known the guy for 12 years. Can't believe he didn't know that I was, a full-blown patriot with boots on. So he told us to get it off the server. I spent a small fortune to have this created, for that to be ripped out from underneath us. I didn't know a single thing about how to move something of that size. It was a massive file, and I had a terrible time finding some text that could help me. But I wasn't about to throw in the towel. I'm not designed that way. So the Rabbit Hole Herald is ready, standing, and able for us. But what we need to do is we first need to understand what I'm attempting to do. People, you would be so shocked. You would be so shocked to see how easily it is for a person to become slap silly, very well set, with a tremendous amount of value in their coffers. A term would be wealthy. But you see, to me, wealth is a relative term. At the end of the day, boy, I look terrible. I don't have COVID. I don't think Yellowhead does either, but we shall see, said the blind man. Fortunately, unfortunately for you, I'm the gatekeeper. It's been bestowed on me a system or a concept that is just what the doctor ordered for us right now. A lot of people are feeling a financial stress. They're under stress. And they really don't see a way out. There are literally millions. I know in just my circle of influence, people who were at one time of great means, did have a lot of wealth accumulated, have completely, their world has gone south. And I'm accustomed to that because I have always been on a roller coaster ride. I was in the oil and gas business. I've financed multi-level marketing companies, and all of these things that I got involved with went parabolic, just like this, from zero to hero in a matter of weeks or months at the longest. One of them, SkyBiz, back in the 80s, I believe it was, or 90s, 90s, went from 0 to 18 Well, in 18 months, we had 1.8 million members. 18 months, 1.8 million members, and they all paid $100 a month to get in. And all we was doing is a little website building tool. We were the first ones to come out with a website building tool with a story behind it. Get out of there! Get out of that water, damn cat. Just a minute. Son of a... I guess that'll kind of give you an idea about my temperament. Just please excuse the strong language. And if not, you're probably going to hear a lot more of it around here. That damn cat over there is drinking water out of my cup. I don't even like cats. My kids got 5 of them, and they run off in my new little studio here and leave this black one laid around. Ugh. So, the only way that I can see for this system that I have been so blessed with it being anointed to me from the ambient, what I call the river. Some people call it the Holy Spirit. Eric Pippin calls it the in-between. Others call it the Higgs field. Whatever, it doesn't matter. It's something outside. Let me tell you something that is a very good way, or another little thought that came to me is that where the ambient is at is in the void. And in the void, there's absolutely, it's absent of everything, but it consists of everything that ever was and ever will be. It's a oxymoron, or whatever you call it. In a place where there's absolutely nothing, holds and consists the material for everything that ever was and ever will be. It's a paradox. That's that word. See, you don't have to be real smart with acquired knowledge to be the one that changes the entire world. You don't. We all have access to the ambience, to the river. You can come to that river with a coffee cup, or you can come to that river with a whole tanker truck to suck as much as you want out of there. The river will never run dry. It won't. So it's an amazing thing. We're this close from winning whatever battle's out there. All that it takes to win is for us to just think about it. Sounds crazy, but it's true. Why are we putting on, or not me, why are we putting on, or many putting on, these silly ass masks out there? Why? Because they laid a bunch of stuff out there for you to see, and you started paying with the most valuable commodity that you've got. Far more valuable than gold and platinum or anything else in the universe. Do you know what that is? You're paying with your attention. Where attention goes, energy flows. And that's the seed of manifestation. Sure enough be. And that's coming from me from a redneck hippie, old hippie down here in East Texas. It's prophetic. And if you don't think that I'm telling you the truth about that, let's just take a little old walk together, eh? So if we were going to take this little old walk together, the first thing that we've got to do is think about it. Now, if you're not going to take a walk, you would never think about it. So, since we're going to take this little virtual walk together, let's think about it. And if you've ever heard of the double slit theory, I'm going to slide over into quantum mechanics. It's child's play. What you say, Willis? It's child's play. They're having everybody chase the AI and the quantum computing while the real bullshit's going on over in scalar technology, scalar theory. Sure be. You see, in the subatomic world, subatomic particles, which is quantum, particles, quantum mechanics, they have what's called a double slit test, where they fire a proton through a slit, it turns into a wave. There's always a wave. But then the only way that you can see a subatomic particle is through the act of observation. Look it up. Do some research, little researchers. Bring me an answer back. I might flip you a penny, nickel, dime, or quarter. This is going to be so fun. You're going to get slapped silly, abundant with value, energy, same as money. Matter of fact, it's the source of all money is energy. Energy comes from your thoughts. Energy is created from the ambient through thought. Sure is. So, we're back to the double slit theory. So they look through that little test and they see the only way that they can see, or they observe that the only way that a subatomic particle would appear is if they were seeking to see one. Where attention goes, energy flows, and that's the seed of manifestation. They send out a signal to the ambient, to the river. I'd like to see a particle. And it's a subatomic particle. And here comes what they call a subatomic particle. And then continuously looking at that subatomic particles, more subatomic particles would aggregate in that one spot. So, actually, in my humble opinion, as well as many others that are on the beyond the headlights, we'll call it, that's what I call it, beyond the headlights, creating beyond the headlights, is that what's actually taking place in the theory that I follow is that we are dealing with locked scalar wavelengths that have been programmed. You see, a locked scalar wavelength is a programmed code, just like a strand of code, or just like DNA. DNA is a locked scalar wavelength that's aggregated by constantly focusing when the creator, and in this case, if we want to take that walk, we continuously think about it, and then the next thing you know, everything's on autopilot. You take a step toward the door, you're continuously all this is on autopilot, and your thoughts are creating the next event. People, it might sound damn weird, but it's true. What else could it be? Stop and think about this. All that we're dealing in right now is the moment, the here and the now, no other world, N-O-W. However, just one Planck distance behind us, what is that? What's Planck distance? It's the shortest little distance that they've come up with a name for. It's the Planck distance, created by Mr. Planck, Dr. Planck, years ago. But this very nanosecond behind us, like right this now, every time you're thinking, it's gone. But you're projecting where that foot's going to land, where the lights are going to stay on. All this is programmed. You put paint on your own canvas. See that green screen behind me? Consider that a canvas. I always turn around and all my thoughts and all my life's journey is on this damn screen here. I'm the only one that can put paint on that screen. My screen. You're the only person that can put paint on your screen. Nobody can put paint on there except you. You have to allow another being to influence you to put paint on your canvas. They can't do it. Now there's little bitty locked scalar wavelengths that interact with our canvas and float through like little pop-ups, and that's other people and everything, and they're on their journey. It's an amazing matrix that we live in. It is biblical, and it isn't weird stuff. It's just what's happening. So when we see something like TV, and they understand the dynamic of creation, where attention goes, energy flows, and that's the seed of manifestation, continuously thinking about something, and it's coming down. It's fixed to be here, especially if you get coherent thought by a large number of people. So, what do you do if you want to get everybody to wear a mask? You come up with a story, black magic. You get it in front of people, and they start what? Thinking about it. And they're going to lace that with fear. Fear is a very, very powerful human frailty or needed deal. It's part of our makeup. Damn cat. Part of our makeup. And they deal with fear. And so really what's going on, people, is that all this crap that we're doing, we allowed them to influence us to put paint on our canvas. And it's based on fear. The only thing that can beat fear is greed. 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 Now, greed is good. And I'm not talking about on the Wall Street movie deal. I'm talking about greed is good if you understand the word and really the dynamic behind what they've called greed. Is greed can be healthy in that if you anticipate or are focused 100% to reach an objective, you could call that a form of greed. It is focused intent with determination. So if you're greedy to have that item, which is going to help millions of people, that's a good thing. If you want to use another word instead of greed, for that, a burning desire, we had in the service, never ring the bell in the little team deal I was in, never ring the bell. And so you lock these things in there and you do not deviate from your journey. The only thing that can block a manifestation, because the universe or God or, whatever you're going to call all that, it's outside of our realm. The only thing that can stop that is one single word. And it'll stop any manifestation dead in its tracks. And that word is doubt. The universe is going to respond to your thoughts. If you doubt yourself, it ain't coming down. So if you want to be the next pilot to Saturn or wherever, don't doubt yourself. And if you do this right, they might just be strapping you into a damn suit way down the road. How can I say these things? Man, I didn't qualify to own an oil and gas drilling company. I just happened to come from this little town right here. And my parents were not in the oil and gas business, and I had a burning desire to be in one. And I did the next right thing, kept going forward, moving forward, constantly thinking about it. I jog, I can do this, all that stuff. And next thing you know, hell, I'm sitting behind a desk of something I didn't really qualify to do. And we ended up drilling a whole bunch of wells. And oil business, you go like this. And so I got some experience in that arena of high risk, high reward. But my entire life is led up to this point right here. And I've got good friends that I have met, many of them. Clyde Lewis, Jimmy Church, Rex Bear, all these are big influencers. I'd love to meet Spiro, Torrey, and John B. Wells is just in damn Dallas, and I can't get a hold of John B. Shit. And I want to help empower those influencers. You do too. Because there's a lot of people that would help their influencers. That's the people that you look for your news or your information, your intel. But not everybody can buy a hat, mug, cup, go to the rally, what have you. They got their own deals, but they could flip them some support. And that by just doing that, even if it's just one penny, how can you do that? I can do it. But no one else, PayPal damn sure ain't going to do it because there's no profit in them exchanging a penny. But you get 1 million people that hear something that John B. says on one of his shows, or Clyde Lewis, or Jimmy Church, or Rex Bear, or Spiro, or Lisa Haven, or Tori, or Millie, Sean at SGT, Dave at X22, all these people that are influencers of mine. You bring other influencers. And what we do is we pick nuggets of value from all of these. I can't be on every damn one of the shows that I want to be on. I'm running myself ragged over here trying to keep up with stuff. But I'd love to hear. You missed one. FOMO. See how FOMO is? Fear of missing out. I don't want to miss out. I want to know what's going on. Yellowhead got a fever? We're obsessed with this shit. I'm damned obsessed with it. And I'll guarantee you that it's, quite frankly, is quite obsessed. Tori is off the hook. She's upgraded. Tori's upgraded. She is upgraded. I was upgraded. Oh, damn. I don't know. You talking about upgraded. Yeah, doing a little upgrade over here. I go places. Ooh. And there's this deal about feeling things. I feel things. We'll talk about it. I want you to be able to do that too. Let me tell you something about you. There might be, I'd love for it to be, right now they're damn sure not. Look at the views on this channel. But it's going to be. It's going to be, because I'm going to go on all these influencer shows. You know, it doesn't cost them a damn thing. We're going to teach. They're going to teach, and we're going to tip. And when someone gets involved with us here, then there's a spiritual axiom that takes place. This is going to lift your vibration. Oh, God. East Texas hippie, oil field trash, talking about vibrations and frequencies and crap. Yes, we are. But I'll walk you through it. You know, we'll kick a can down the road and play with the doodlebug deals on the ground, draw pictures and shoot bird, and go fishing. Whatever you want to do, I want to teach you because you're very important. There's only one person. If there's 1 million people listening, there's only one person can hear me right now. And that's you. That's you. You might be in a crowd right now and have your earbuds in, and everybody in there is listening to me. So they say. But the only one that can hear me right now is you. This is analog. Everything is analog. Yes, no. Right, left, black, white, it's analog. When you get into quantum and all that kind of crap, it's digital. At the very core of it, it's analog. Why do you say that? Because there has to be a decision made. It can't be a fragmented decision. You're going to make a yes or no to everything that you do. Period. End of discussion. There ain't no halfways. The halfways was a yes or a no. And every time that you make a decision, boom, the energy of creating an entire universe is released. Whoa. What did you say, Ramblin'? Think about it. When you make a decision to turn right, to turn left, to pick up this, pick up that, you've just created an entire timeline, alpha, omega, start to finish, and both ends are open, going to opposite directions. It's the only way that it could be. Now, we consist of probably, I'm going to use a big word, jillions of decisions that we've made. And yes, we have. And guess what? Every one of them's paralleling. Yep, they're paralleling. Backsliding, you hear that, drifting over into old patterns. You drift over into a different frequency, a different level. People are the same. Those that resonate at that level are going to be the direction and the camaraderie and all that's going to come along with it. We'll talk about those things. But I'm going to tell you something that's going to blow your mind. If you're looking for, let me do something real easy. If you're looking for an additional $100,000 a year, chump change, I mean that, you can do it standing on your head with one caveat. In order for me to show you how to do this, you're going to have to love this country. United States of America, the Constitution that it is founded on. Understand the rule of law is applied to all in a Bill of Rights. We have a lady by the name of Chrissy Ann Hall. Chris Ann Hall. She's a constitutional attorney. I'm desperately seeking to reach out to Miss Chris Ann Hall. She can do quite well a penny, nickel, dime at a time based on some of the videos that she puts out. We will bring them into our study course. And she will teach and show and suggest We got Tori. My God. Tori's off the hook. Amazing Millie. Sean. Very to the point and damn ready to grab a gun. He wants to see some people. He wants to see some people with some charges on them. I do too. My eyes look terribly red. You know, all my life I've had a nickname called Red Eye. All my life. In the service, I ran point all the time, called me Red Dog, but that's a different story, is that the Red Dog thing came, there was a cartoon over in Taiwan or Laos or somewhere, came on Saturday mornings, and it was about a red dog that could see into the future. And I ran point all the time and come to a direction to go, and I just picked one, and I could kind of feel things. Remember I was telling you? Whew. And so, fast forward, I've started realizing that all those businesses that I started and the success and failures I had in life, which are many, came from sheer thought. And I started thinking about it and realized that, you know, that movie, The Sphere, you need to go see it. You need to check it out. As Sharon Stone is, one reason to check it out. And I believe it was that guy that played Rain Man. You know that fella. And they touched this sphere. That's why it's called Sphere, the movie. And it started going through it a long time. They found out that, by God, when we touch that damn thing, we're manifesting our thoughts. And boy, they had some serious shit going on down there at the bottom of the ocean. The cable broke. Someone started thinking, oh my God, storm up topside. What if the cable breaks? Shit, then they started hearing this blah, 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 blah. It was the cable falling on top of the damn bell down there. And they're hung up with just a little bit of oxygen. And that cat that played Rain Man, he figured it out. He said, hey, y'all, we're manifesting our thoughts. We're manifesting our thoughts. He said, here's what we're going to have to do, because the cable's broken. We only got so much air. Let's get in this circle like we're doing a seance. I'm kicking toward that cat. And it's like we're doing a seance. Let's hold little hands. And let's, on the count of three, let's think about this bell blasting up toward the surface and get us on up out of here. And they did. 1, 2, 3. The next thing you know, you see that bell popping out of the ocean. There's a frigate over there, a Navy frigate that picks them up. That's cool. But in reality, from doing deep sea stuff, is that they'd have blown up on the way up. They would have expanded on the way up. That's a cool movie. But that's what's happening, is that we're manifesting our thoughts. It's the only way that it could be. It's the only way that it could ever be. Pray, pray, pray. And that's you've heard that. At least I did. In the Fire and Brimstone Southern Baptist Church that I went to, it's pray, 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 pray. And that is literally sending to the ambient, if you're sincere, your requests. But how many people really truly believe they're going to come true? With just the faith of a mustard seed, a cat said one time, you can move a mountain. I believe that. I believe that. I honestly, not only do I believe it, I know it in my heart. I'm not that level yet, but I'm getting pretty damn good at it. And I'm fixed to manifest this platform that's going to help save this country that I love so deeply. And you're going to help me do it. We're going to weaponize you. We're going to remonetize these web pages out there, the YouTubers and all these people, these patrons. They're weaponizing, taking their money away. Well, guess what? The ambient just sends to this little redneck a way that we can remonetize Sean. You look at Sean's numbers, SGT report, or Dave over there. Dave hadn't been hit. Yep, Dave needs cheese. Rex. All these people they're doing the little TV things and all that to raise money. They got to stay afloat. And what are y'all doing, most of y'all? Sitting on your dead ass on your couch, enjoying the hell out of it, worrying your ass off about what they're talking about, and not doing a damn thing. Not flipping them one penny. But when you flip them a penny, it changes the entire dynamic of the game. You have skin in the game, and you're now in conscious entanglement. You have put your worth, your essence, a part of your being into supporting those people. It's a spiritual axiom. you will gain in value, in spiritual value. And then things will start coming to you that were once hard. It's because you're aligning yourself in coherent thought with others for a common cause. Pretty heavy. I'm getting 30 minutes right now. I would love to be able to have you on board with me. What's this thing going to cost? Red Eye or Jedi? Well, they used to call me Jedi too. Rambling? It ain't going to cost you jack diddly. You can join for free. All the influencers out there, you got people that's going to carry you. Now, there are people that are going to be called committed supporters. I'm not taking a damn penny from it. None. This platform, I'm giving it to the world, and if you know anything about coding, we've been coding on it for about 3 years, and it's massive, and so it's cost a pretty penny. You could get yourself quite a nice ride, probably a little Bentley or two with this deal. Yeah, probably Bentley one, but I'm giving it to everyone. Why? I love this country. If I say something of value on the Rabbit Hole Herald, it doesn't have to be the Rabbit Hole Herald. For example, you can continuously watch the YouTube. As long as we know where an influencer is putting out their content, we can go over there as members and we can say, I'll be teaching and others will be teaching. We're going to have a show tonight on what Rex Bear said over on the League Project last night, or Jimmy Church on Fade to Black, or Clyde Lewis on Ground Zero, or what Lisa Haven says. She says some damn good stuff, and Molly's off the hook good. And Spiro is just, see how I am? And then I'm very partial to these people. You'll see them many times, and we're going to start with those people. So you influencers, that if you're hearing this, most influencers are not even going to listen to the damn video because they make their own. And they get so many. But this is the one you should listen to. It isn't going to cost you anything, and you're running around naked with your hair on fire trying to raise money and bitching about how they're taking away all your hits or your likes or your friends or whatever it is over at them things. Who gives a shit? You know, if we can get it over here, we can get it to 1 million people, and that will increase your base. There will be no competition between the influencers. They have to compete with viewers. You don't have to do that no more. You just put out some, you'll have your people who always listen to you. They'll come to the Rabbit Hole. They'll be loyal and faithful. They will have always listened to you. They have favoritism towards you. They're going to be the ones that's listening to all your shows. And when one falls into harmony that they feel that the rest of the crew needs, they bring that over to the Rabbit Hole. Let's say it's an SGT. Let's say it's one from Spiro. Let's say it's one from Rex or anybody. John B's damn good. He's right there, my age group. He used to be an old rock and roll DJ. I like old John. But anyway, it comes from anywhere. We highlight it. Your platform is going to be in the tip line. There's going to be a tip line. A tip. The platform that, say someone called in on a show, and they say, I was over there watching X22 the other day, and I heard this say, well, X22 is going to get a tip. The person that calls in is going to get a tip. And if anyone comments on that person that called in on another show, and then we hear it, and someone makes a comment about the comment that the person made, they're going to get a tip. You are free to move about the cabin. So imagine this. Someone calls into one of these shows. Clyde does it a lot. Clyde's got a lot of call-ins. And so does, quite frankly. And comments from those that don't and have good content, we're going to be watching, and all your followers will be members of the Silent Supporter Society. They'll tell us when you have a great show. Then we will go and study that one. You're going to get tips big time, penny, nickel, dime, or quarter. So you can look at all of your views, and when we'll be rating those shows, and then the ones that get the ratings are going to come to the Rabbit Hole. You're going to be highlighted, and if you've got Rex had several million, a bunch of millions of views over a period of time. If you got 1/10 of the views and got a quarter for all of them, do the math. Do the damn math. Not only you get it, but people who called in, it's going to be a means of, well, a CPA told me, said, Randy, you've created the first that I've ever seen, he said, wealth redistribution system based on a fair exchange of value. You got to work. What is work? Well, work is thinking. That's serious work. Taking a picture, doing a video like we're talking about, writing an article. You might have the damn article on Medium. Go over and look at Medium. They're doing basically the same thing. They've got 10 million plus members. All of them pay $5 a month. Yeah. But they run their stuff, and they got a little system, little clapping system. When you go over there, and then anybody can do the clapping, but if you're a guest, it doesn't mean jack shit. But if you've got your $5, your ponies up, then every time you clap, it's going to go to a logarithm, and all the members and all their little universe that do the clapping on that one, they're going to throw it into the deal, and it's going to divide up, and it's going to tell you how much you get. We ain't going to do that. There's room for Mickey in there. There's room for people to go sideways on us. Do a little siphoning. I'm in the oil business. Got to watch that siphoning stuff. So, it's going to be peer-to-peer. Peer-to-peer with no fees. So when someone says, they're sitting, plus, where's my phone? Every time I sit down here, I don't have a damn phone with me. I'll use this knife. Let's say this knife is my phone. And I'm listening to one of these shows, and someone calls in, but number one, on any show, you can't tip the person called in. You can with ours. Well, it's Bobby Sue. I'm a silent supporter. We all hear that. And so there's Bobby Sue. And Bobby Sue says something on Clyde's show, whoever's show. It's prophetic. Well, Bobby Sue and all the other people that will be silent supporters that are on Clyde's show, which there'll be many, 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 and they can pick up their phone, Sally Sue, instead of having to go to PayPal or any of that horseshit, or Spotify or Super Chat. They don't have that. And so they'll go to Susie Q. There's Susie Q. She's a member of the Silent Supporter Society. And they hit them with a penny, nickel, dime, or quarter. Boom, it's over. Peer to peer. Boom. Your value just went straight to them with no fees. We don't charge any fees. And so no one can compete with us. No one wants to compete with us because there's no profit in it for them. You see? There's no profit in it for them. Because I'm not taking anything off the top. And they can't call it a Ponzi because we have, the Ambient gave us a wonderful addition. And that is the very last person that comes in. We may have all been waiting on that person to answer one question that we've all been wanting to hear. They're sitting on a 5-gallon bucket down by the river trying to catch dinner. Buy a little Similac. Maybe sell a couple catfish at a local restaurant and go buy some Similac. Hopefully not crack. But no, they would be. So they're sitting down there and they just joined. And they became a committed supporter. Threw something in the kitty. They post something on the rabbit hole and all of a sudden we all go, big-eyed. We've been waiting on that. And they hit him with a quarter. And there's just 1 million of us. Or even if it was 100,000. A quarter of a million is a quarter of a million. A quarter sent by 1 million people is a $250,000 that little river rat just changed his life or her life. Even if it was $100 you got hit for a quarter, that's $25. Nowadays that could change a lot of people's lives. So what the Ambient's given to me, and I'm so happy. I hope that you hear this and resonate with it. This is really the first video I've got out really about this. I've been sending out stuff, but no one's listening. Can you imagine? Here's what's happening. There was a friend of mine. This is a true story. A friend of mine lived in Alaska for a long time. We went up there to cut fence posts or something. He was an extremely wealthy family, a kid, one of those kind. Went up there cutting fence posts. And he came back. He said he met a guy up there that at his house, he had a door stop. It was a big old rock. And he used it for a doorstop for years. And one day a guy came in there and said, this little rock was that big. The guy said, man, do you know what you got out there as a doorstop? He said, that's a chunk of gold. So the analogy is this: if you only knew the power of this platform that I'm giving to everyone, if you only knew, I desperately would like to share the depth and breadth of what this little simple platform can do. I'm going to make a bold statement. It can radically change the way that energy is distributed. What is energy? It's money. It's the core currency, period. Because energy is required to think. And when you think and you make that decision, remember the energy? Kaboom. The energy to create an entire universe is released. They're running protons around a 15-mile circle, a super collider, in quest of opening up a stargate. Oh, a bunch of damn idiots. Oh, I got a lot to share with y'all, but here's the bottom line. I'm going to leave you to this. If you're not a researcher, but you know a lot of people that are patriots and they want to get in. They'd love to get in, help, support. You can sit there and never do the first bit of research and get slapped silly. I'll use a word in the vernacular. Wealthy. All you've got to do, period, if you're one of that number, is simply sit there, listen to me. Just listen. That's your job. Just listen to me. Make a contribution or a commitment that you will support other people. That's a personal thing that you'll have to do. And then go out and tell all your friends to do the same damn thing. Just sit on a damn couch drooling and listen to me. And make a commitment to other people to do the same damn thing. And next thing you know, you're going to get your ass a new double wide. Before you know it, you might move uptown. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. But I can tell you this time, I guarantee you from my heart, I'm coming from a position of truth and honesty, I can get you there. I can get you there. I can get you there, and I will be proud to do it. Why? Because I want to win. I have an objective, and Rex Barrett told me not to say that anymore, and I'm not going to say it for a while. But my objective is to curtail the cartel in the way that they have hamstrung us on the distribution of our value. Yeah. And that was an act that was passed in 1913 by Woodrow Wilson. Sub Rosa researchers, go find out who I'm talking about. Come back and I might flip you a penny, nickel, dime, or quarter for going out and doing some work. I'm rambling. That's why they call me Rambling Randy. I'm setting up my little studio. I'm not going to use, be in Paris one day and jet skiing behind me and all that. I'm going to go dark, just like Spiro and others. And what a lovely set that Frank has over it, quite frankly. Beautiful set that Molly has. Y'all are all doing great. Clyde is one of a kind. So is Jimmy. Those guys are friends of mine now. Can't wait to see them again. God bless you and the horse you rode in on. The horse you rode in on. Go out, create a wonder-filled day tomorrow. It is by choice. Smile at a stranger. You'll never know when you're in the midst of angels. And remember this, because now you've heard part of it. Once a person who has been honestly mistaken all of their life learns the truth, they either cease to be mistaken or they cease to be honest. What say you? Hit the little deal down there. Subscribe to this. That way I'll have 5 subscribers. And tell everybody else to do the same thing. And remember, I'm that nugget sitting on the porch of that guy in Alaska. Solid chunk of gold.
And you don't even know it. Don't even know it. Rambling Randy, we down.
God bless you. Oh me, oh my.